but most households, like they usually allow you to, they feed you, clothe you, and it's just a given. And then you go to school and then you are starting to be graded on your, of sitting still, on your obedience, graded on and told to show your work, told to do this work in order to get this grade. So we're so used to doing work to get a grade and getting approval so we can move forward. So we're always, so now as adults, it's almost like we wait for permission. We wait to be graded so we can move forward. And so we think that the more work that we do, the better grades we'll get and the faster we can move forward, because that's how we've been conditioned to. But when you're an adult, you realize that those rules really don't apply. And then also too is also class, because that's very middle class. I went to boarding school. And so the kids that I went to school with and the curriculum that we had, I saw the difference. They're not taught that. We were taught to look for the fastest way, the best option.
Interesting.
We were taught to look for a solution. I remember it was actually math class, and he would give us a riddle. Instead of like actually learning math, it was better, like you got the grade to kind of almost override needing to do the math. It's like, but he's like, so you got the answer. And I remember saying, yeah, but you don't need me to show you my work.
Yeah. Wow. Like, that's so interesting.
You got the answer. And I was just like, oh, okay. And I remember I tried out for different things because I was getting ready for college. And so I ran for vice president, president of all these different clubs. And I would do the work necessary. But there's one club that I did a lot of work for it, and this other girl won. And I was like, what the hell? Like, she barely shows up to meetings. But when she did come, she would mix, network, mingle, bring some food or something, and people would link that, like when she did show up, she brought food or something. And so I told my a counselor there, and I was in the library. I was always in the library. I was like, ah. He was like, Juliet, I'm going to give you this advice. I know you're not asking for it, but I'm going to give this to you. You work really hard when you don't have to. You actually need to learn how to play the game.
Wow.
And I'm like 15 and I'm like, yeah, I play field hockey. What are you? He's like, no, Juliet, you need to learn how to play the game. And something clicked, and I was like, oh, okay. So then the next year, my junior year, I did those things. I would basically link positive emotions to my presence. And so people would be like, oh, Juliet's here, blah, blah. And so when I ran, I won. When I ran again, I won. And it was just really understanding how different systems work, different little ecosystems work. Like, what do people need from you in order for you to receive what you want? And then now that I'm older and understanding energetic exchange, sometimes it's like people don't need all of that because you're going to make them feel uncomfortable. It's like just so much energy being sent their way that makes them uncomfortable. But if you're just to present them with the right amount of energy in the right form, then it's easier for them to receive. And then they feel like they want to give back to you.